I'm recording this video and I have no idea if I'm going to make it only for subscribers or for the general public. My dilemma is that I don't talk about JaNa in the general public right now because she has asked people to stop talking about what happened with her and Triple K Kenny. But also, what I want to talk about, I feel like is so useful to the larger public. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, if you are not a subscriber and I've posted this to the larger public, then you have listened to probably my PPG video where I talk about how it is difficult for JaNa to sit in the hard emotions, right? And how this is a very common thing. And then I give you some tips on how you can do that. If you are a subscriber, though, you've heard me elaborate even further about the spiritual bypassing that I believe was happening with JaNa and how that primed her to miss some things about Triple K Kenny. And in this interview, she confirms both of those things. So, like, number one, I'm right. But number two, let's get into it. I actually decided to go ahead and clip in portions of the interview for us to listen to, and then I will talk about it. So here's the first part that I want you to listen to.
I've always been an extremely positive person. I practice gratitude every morning. So when bad things do happen, I just reflect. Self-reflection is like very, very important. I think people should do it all the time. I analyze the situation for myself and then I just note down like this is how it made me feel. I don't like those feelings. So then I just talk it out to myself. I pray on it. I talk to God about it and then I just literally move on. Like I'm really, really good at moving on.
In listening to this portion of the interview with JaNa, there are a couple of things that stand out to me. Probably the biggest one that y'all know I'm going to say is her saying, I recognize the feelings I felt. I don't like feeling that. And so I figure out how to like get over it, right? So this goes back to what I said in the PPG video and what I talked about in the spiritual bypassing video, right? About how she really doesn't like sitting with emotions that feel icky to her. The other thing that sticks out in this video is how she basically gives us like this 5-step process to like getting over something hard. And it's especially interesting because she's talking about it in relationship to a 1 year relationship ending, and it's been less than like 3 months since that relationship ended. Mind you, this relationship ended because of Decepticon Triple K Kenny being a racist and a clout chaser and deceiving her their entire 1 year relationship. You mean to tell me you journaled and now you're fine? As a clinician, I would absolutely be being curious with her about how her family did emotions growing up. We know that JaNa comes from a military background. We know that she moved around quite a bit. And so I wouldn't be shocked if there was like a pattern in her family of like, okay, we can only cry so many times as we leave the school. We can only be sad so many times as we like leave this destination. We need to find that bright outlook. We need to find the positive side. It's going to be a new experience, and really putting a positive spin on things to keep her being able to move forward as a kid. And so now that's how she approaches everything as an adult too, right? And so I'm just going to journal about this really traumatizing thing that happened, and now I'm fine. Let's listen to the other part.
I think I'm just a lover girl. So like it's very normal for all of my friends to like be super overprotective of me from like the beginning, from day one. So of course there's like close friends of mine that had their doubts, but I'm just like, well, you know, you're not in this relationship. Or sometimes I see red flags as like yellow flags. I only like to see the good in people. So like I don't really see the bad in people ever, because I don't like being negative. I hate the whole idea of negativity. I hate negative energy. Anything negative, I just like avoid it or ignore it or like turn it into a positive. That's my problem. I turn every negative into a positive. People think it's a good thing. Sometimes it's not.
Now, the part that feels important about this portion of the conversation is listening to JaNa say that she will turn red flags into yellow flags. And if you watch this whole interview, you know that that's really important because at the top of the interview, she says, I don't like people saying that I miss the red flags, but you're literally telling us that you turn the red flags into yellow flags, right? And why though? Because she doesn't like anything negative. She just needs it to be positive. I got to spin it. I need to feel better about it, right? And this goes to what I talked about in the PPG video, but also what I talked about in the spiritual bypassing video, right? It can be very, very scary to sit in an emotion that you have labeled as negative, which really is just uncomfortable. It doesn't feel good, right? But it can be very challenging to sit in that. And if spirituality comes into play, that can definitely feel like, oh, the more that you feed it, the more that you give it attention, like you're somehow making it bigger or greater, right? And so you need to hurry up and avoid it. And she talks a lot about her trust and her faith in God and Him just like having control over her life. And I just want us to know that spirituality can absolutely be a source of strength and a support. And it should not allow you to delude yourself. It's really important to do some work around reframing the way that you understand emotions that feel uncomfortable. They are not negative, they are part of your full human experience. And if there's one thing I wish for all Black women, it is for them to have access to all of their emotions, all of their humanity, even the pieces that feel hard. So, my hope is that not only JaNa, but y'all that maybe relate to this sort of feeling, right? That relate to this experience will do the work of sitting with someone that you trust. A professional would be my recommendation, but someone that can walk you through the process of deconstructing the way that you understand emotions that don't necessarily feel good so that you let yourself make space for all of you because you deserve that. Those are my thoughts.